it is Mary. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today we are going to be doing a special fashion review of the Critic Choice Awards, you all. And we are going to get right into it, you all. I'm going to get right into it with one of my favorite actresses, Viola Davis. Last week, I said that she was not the best dressed, but this time she has come back in full force in a Valentino dress that is brown, that is sparkly. I love it that has this little slit on the side. I love that it's almost like a cape kind of going down, but it has sleeves. And I just thought she looked so gorgeous. She went, I think she listened to me because I did say last time that she should wear brown. And she wore brown and she had her hair slicked back, but she had this really cute puff at the back. I thought she looks fabulous. She looks like a star. Glowing, skin on 1,000, outfit on 2,000. I thought she looked phenomenal. Valentino, fabulous designer. Just 10s out of 10s for Viola. I'm so proud. But we're going to talk about Ellie Fanning. I don't know who I know her from, but I don't know where I know her from. But I do believe that she is an actress. She wore Alexander McQueen. I know that he has been kind of having this whole aesthetic with his, I think with the last fashion show where he kind of has like these slits in his dresses. And I really thought this outfit was kind of really interesting. At first when I saw it, it gave me Corpse Bride. But the fabric is really vibrant. I love that it's a really nice and rich cream. I don't necessarily agree with the whole slits in it. Not for the whole Critics' Choice Awards, because I feel like it kind of, I don't want to say cheapens it, but I don't think it goes with the whole vibe of like a Critics' Choice Awards. It's a show for, movies, and yeah, I just didn't necessarily agree with it. I feel like it is cute on her, but I just wish maybe it didn't have slits in like the bottom part of the dress. And then it kind of looked like, what's the word? A little too loosey-goosey. I don't know. I don't even think that's the right word, but that's just how I felt about it. I just did not think this was like, I hate to say it's a miss because I love Alexander McQueen, but I just did not think it was the best. But it is unique for the award show. I just don't like the slits. The slits were a no-go for me. Janelle Monáe. Love the dress. And then I saw when Vogue posted it on their website this morning, and I zoomed in, then I zoomed in again. And then I saw nipple coverings, and then I saw a thong. And I was like, why? It was just like, it would have looked so good had she like had it completely like not sheer, like she had like a fabric underneath it, and it just covered up. I just felt like it was too much out there. So because of that, I have to say it's a miss, but I actually love the dress. I thought it looked great on her body. I love the sheer effect. I love the ruching on it that kind of goes along her body, gives her body yachty for days. I just don't like the whole sheer thing. I just did not think it was the right place for it. I don't really think there's ever really a good place for sheer. I feel like you can do sheer, but you have to do it very tastefully. I just did not, I don't know, it's just the thong and then the nipple coverings. I felt like it would have looked way more tasteful if it had maybe a nude fabric underneath that was like her skin tone, and then she had the black sheer, but at least you're completely covered. You know what I'm saying? So I love Janelle Monáe, but this is a miss for me. And who was she wearing? I believe I wrote it down. I think Janelle Monáe, she was wearing Vera Wang. Now, I love Vera. Amazing designer. I just did not like the whole thing with the sheer. I just did not think it was a good look. Another one that I thought was a really good look, I would say Stephanie Hughes. I do think that it's like a typical dress you'll wear for the award show. It's not like a whole bunch of excitement, but honestly, I love it. I love it just the way it is. I love the color on her complexion. I love the peachy color. I love like the it's not necessarily a cape, but I don't know I can't remember what you call it when it's like an attachment to the back of the dress. When I figure it out, I'll put it in the next video. But I just love the, like, it's kind of like, I guess you will call it a train, but the train kind of comes up from like the back of the dress. And I thought it looked really phenomenal. I really love what was going on here, like the whole V, and then you have like the fabric all gathered to the middle of the dress. I thought it was very, very tasteful. Very nice, very appropriate for an award show. And I thought she looked phenomenal, for sure. Another person that I really, really love, I think her name is Daisy Edgar Jones. I thought this was very unique for an award show. I believe that she is wearing Gucci. Gucci has been really coming through at these award shows. I believe, what was that girl's name? She's in that Wednesday thing, but she looks really great for the Golden Globes. She was wearing Gucci. I have not really checked out Gucci's recent collections as of late, but Gucci is really coming through on these red carpets. Like, I'm loving the looks. And I love this. I really did like it. I thought it was unique. I love the fact, I love the heaviness of the fabric. I love the color of the fabric. I like all the slits that they have going on. I love the asymmetrical feel of the dress. I really do love the gathered here at top, and then you have the layering of the fabric. It's just, there's so many dimensions to this outfit, but somehow it just kind of ties in together so beautifully, and I absolutely loved it. I loved it. And she looks really good. The only thing I would say is maybe I did not like the necessarily her having a middle part, but I guess it's better than her having a side part, because then maybe it would have been a distraction. But with a dress like this, you can really have your hair down like she did, or you could actually have it slicked back and then maybe have some like nice tendrils going down. But I thought she looked great. 10 out of 10. Anna Taylor, I feel like she kind of, I didn't really talk about her, but I did put her in one of my shorts. Last time I just did not think she looked great. Not in the yellow. I felt like maybe the picture wasn't that good, but I didn't really like her in that yellow. She really looked like a pencil. It did not look good on her at all, but I feel like she has redeemed herself with a whole this new look. She looks very classy. This was Dior. It was a haute couture by Dior. The only thing I would have said is that I wish that you weren't seeing underwear. I wish that it was just completely covered. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it does give it some edge, I guess, because, you know, you're seeing it, but I don't like the whole sheer thing. I don't think it's really tasteful for award shows. So I felt like maybe if she had like a shorter skirt underneath in the same colored fabric or whatever, that would have been fine. And then you kind of still have some sheer going, like a little bit, giving you a little bit of thigh and then a little bit of leg. But I don't think the whole sheer underwear thing was a vibe. But she looks great. I love the hair updo. She looks very classy. She was here posing. I thought she looked cute. Just the whole sheer thing. Same thing that I said about Janelle Monáe. Great dress. Sheer, I feel like, is a no. I don't know. I just feel like sheer is a little bit played out. I don't know, because I feel like some people, me personally, I feel like sheer just sometimes it gives too much. I kind of like that whole thing of less is more, and sometimes when you give a little bit more mystery, it's much better. I feel like you can show stuff without really showing stuff, without really putting it out on display. I kind of like to show skin tactfully, classy, you know. But that's just me. I mean, but you guys can debate me in the comments. Did you guys like the two sheer looks from Janelle Monáe and Anna Taylor, or do you think that it was too much? Another person I want to talk about was Angela Bassett. Now, she slayed for the Golden Globes. I don't know, I just did not necessarily, I wasn't really feeling this dress. And I love her as an actress. And she really slays most of her looks. I would say about 95% of the time, she has phenomenal looks across the board. This one, it's not horrible. I just felt like there was just too much going on. Like, just the layers of like gathered fabric, and then on top of that it's a heavy fabric. The whole thing just felt very heavy, and then she also had a heavy necklace where it was just like around her neck. I would have probably liked if the bust was kind of cut in more. It was kind of sleeker, because I mean, when you look at it from this angle, it doesn't really look that nice. It kind of looks like it flattens her a little bit. And then I did not like that whole, I don't know, it gave me like cake topper vibes, if I was being honest. And I didn't like the layers of it. I felt like maybe what could have happened here, because it looks like that's a velvet fabric. I don't know, I really don't like that fabric. Like, it's great for winter, but I'm in Africa, so maybe from here I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, that's a hot dress. But it's probably just what she needed over there, so I don't know. But I just did not like the whole several layers of extra bulky gathered fabric going around her. I just did not think it did her any favors. She has a gorgeous body, and I felt like if anything, she what name, Christian Siriano, he could have gotten rid of the two middle layers of that dress, and then maybe kept it at the hip and then at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Or they could have just kept it at the bottom, just kept it real. Oh, if they had kept it just at the bottom with that gathered fabric and then just let it hug her figure, and then you have that really dramatic bottom. Oh my God, that would have been delicious. That would have been so gorgeous. And I felt like with a dress like this, she really could have gone for a different color. I'm not mad at the black. I felt like she probably could have done like a really deep, rich red. Could y'all imagine this dress in like a rich red? Like kind of like this, but a little bit lighter. And like have that like where it just shapes her body, and then you have like this really huge gathered fabric at the bottom. That would have been creme de la creme. And then you would have had like these really dramatic earrings maybe. I'm sorry, I'm like here imagining dresses, but I would have thought that would have looked a lot better for her. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, I guess it'll be a miss. Is it a miss? I don't know. I'll say I'm indifferent. I would say I'm indifferent for this one. Another miss, Judy Gear. I know her from some show. I don't know what show. But this was awful. It was awful, I felt. Like that big yellow, like, what was that? Like, it like a, okay, so she has like this black dress that you guys can see, right? It's fitted, right? But then you have this yellow, frumpy, asymmetrical skirt that goes across her body like this. I mean, yes, it does like give her a little bit of hip, but you really need your waist to kind of really seem snatched in order for it to really give you body. I just felt it was too frumpy, if anything. And then the boat neck was so, boat necks personally, I feel like unless you have some type of sex appeal, it can be really granny. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like that bright yellow was a miss on the gathered skirt, and then that really bright red lip I thought was a no. I feel like what she should have done here, she should have got rid of the yellow. She should have replaced it with maybe a nice slit, and then maybe replace the black with like a deep burgundy red, and then have a deep burgundy red lip. And then maybe what she could have done is she could have had her hair tossed up in like some really, like a really cute messy bun with tendrils falling down. And then if you wanted to do a boat neck, you could have had like a really low back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I felt with this. And then just the jewelry, I don't know what was going on there. She needs to fire her stylist. She looks very old, and I don't even know how old she is, but she just did, it was not a good look. Yeah, it was not a good look. So I will say that one was definitely a miss. Sorry. But let's talk about Anna Sui. She is in Acne Studios. Love this dress. It really kind of reminds me of the dress that not necessarily just like the dress that Jenny Ortega wore. But it just has that really lightness, that brownness to the outfit. I thought it looked really good. I love the construction. I love how nice and fitted it was. It looks great on her figure. And just really simple. Kept it so nice and clean with the lipstick, with the makeup, the hair slicked back, honey. And then also, I just love the neckline. The neckline was so nice. I love the sleeves. It just was so becoming. Like, I don't think a dress looked so nice on someone before. You know, it just looked really, really nice. And I felt like it gave it a little bit of uniqueness as well, without it going over the board for like an award show. So I really love this one. This one will definitely be one of my best dressed, for sure. I want to talk about Cheryl Lee Ralph. She had a beautiful acceptance speech. It was a great night for a lot of Black actresses. So I am so happy, and I want to say congratulations to all of the winners. I really did love her speech. She was so happy. I love what she said, because sometimes we all just need that reminder. And I actually am going to close out this video or this fashion review with what she said. So I feel like it'll be a great reminder for all of us, you know, to just love yourself. That's all that matters. But yes, I want to talk about her dress. I don't hate it, but I don't necessarily love it. I just felt like at the bottom, maybe it's the fabric. I felt like the silhouette of the dress, which is really just the shape of it, looked great. I thought it looked really nice on her, very becoming. Everything was percolating. I thought she looked really nice. I love the hair. I just did not like the fabric. That's my issue. The fabric is, it looked, and on top of that is gold. It was giving me tinfoil, like especially at the bottom, and then it looked a little bit too tight. I felt like maybe She could totally keep the silhouettes, but it has to be a different fabric. You know, it could kind of be like, you know, Margaret Robbie. You know, she was at the Golden Globes. If Cheryl Lee Ralph's dress had that effect of where it was like layers of like sheer fabric, but of course there's something underneath where it covers you completely, that would have been fabulous on her, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she has a really nice shape, and that would have looked really nice. And then you could have had like something nice and light going on the sleeve, but you could have done a really nice, strong and bold color. Like maybe she could have done pink. She could have done purple. Niecy Nash looked really good in purple, and they are like the same complexion, so it would have looked really nice. Or she could have maybe even done a dark brown or something. But just a bolder color, but with the shearing that was on Margaret Robbie's dress. You know what I'm saying? But no, I just did not necessarily like just the fabric. But I thought she did look great. Personally, I thought that she looked lovely. I just did not like the fabric. That was the issue for me. I felt like it should have been different fabric. But the silhouette was nice. The designer got that right. Just not the fabric. The fabric was a no. Amanda Seyfried. I don't know. Is gold supposed to be a trend this season? I'm gonna look and see what the trends are. Because I have been noticing that people have been wearing a lot of purples, a lot of yellows, and a lot of black. But I feel like black never really goes out of style, like the color, because it really can't transition with anything. But I have been seeing a lot of purples, a lot of yellows. I have been seeing quite a bit of gold on this award show in particular. I just did not like it. Like, what is that sheer stuff going on underneath? And then it was like it had like some light fringe on, like, because the thing, this is off shoulder, right? And then you have like this, I don't know, like, because you know sometimes how you pull fabric, you get like these threads, and then it ends up being like fringe because you're like pulling the threaded parts, and then you have like just this thread here at the edge of it. That's what it looked like. It looked like it was fringe. And then you have the sheer bodice where you're also seeing the seams. I just thought it was a no. I just did not think it was the best look for her in particular. And then the dress just seemed like it kind of swallowed her. I don't know, it just kind of looks kind of granny. I didn't like it really. But the makeup looked great. I did love her hair, but I felt like she could have gone with something else. Like maybe just anything else would have been better. You know, I just didn't like this one. But let's talk about, let's see, Quentin Burnson. I did not talk about her on my last video, in which she slayed the Golden Globe. She looked phenomenal in that, and she won. I think she won again. I could be wrong. I don't have cable here, so trying to figure that out. So I don't really watch the award shows, but I watch for the fashion, darlings. I watch for the fashion. Quintina Burnson. Some people are saying that she was the worst dressed. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I mean, my only issue is all the black fabric. Like, I just didn't know what was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I don't mind this one that they had on her shoulder, and then maybe keeping it at the bottom. You know, but it's just, it was all at the back. So I could not find a picture of her backside, so I didn't know what was really going on. I did like the whole, the sheer fabric and stuff like that. I thought it was nice, but I just felt like the outfit is a good thought, but it just did not look right. You know, it just seemed like it was kind of confusing. So I am going to give this one a miss. Do I think she was the worst dressed? No. There was somebody else that was the worst dressed, and her name was Devery Jacobs. That was the worst dress for me. She had on a dress and then she had a full suit on. What you doing, honey? It's like she just got up out of bed. She had her nightgown on, decided, oh, let me put on the suit. And then she was like, oh no, let me not put on the suit. Matter of fact, let me put the suit on first and then put on my nightgown. It just was confusing. I just did not like it at all. Even she looked confused when they were giving pictures. And then she was wearing combat boots. She was the worst dressed. I would not give Quintina Burnson the worst dressed award. You know, I just felt like, you know, there was just a lot going on, and I personally did not like the bun. If anything, maybe I felt like she should have done a nice slicked back bun here. You know what I'm saying? And did some nice earrings. You know, but yeah, no, the dress was a little confusing. But she did slay Golden Globes. So she gets 1 out of 2. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. Carrie Washington, we're gonna wrap up with her. I thought she looked very nice. I'm not really a fan of the embroidery on the dress. I felt like this dress would have been looked phenomenal without all of the embroidery. It could have been nice and simple. I love the hair. I love the simple makeup. I'm not going to give this a miss. I'll say it's a hit. I just did not like the embroidery or the fabric. Well, the fabric looked great. I just did not like the embroidery on the fabric. But I thought she looked really nice. But yes, you guys, that is my take on the Critics' Choice Awards. Please comment down below. Let me know what you think. Who was the worst dress? Who was the best dress? Who do you think needs to fire their stylist? Who do you think should be one of the stylists that really kind of dresses most of the celebrities? Like, who are your favorite stylists in this industry? But yes, you guys, please just comment down below. It is Mary signing off with a word from Cheryl Lee Ralph. And just a reminder to just love yourself and know that all that matters in life is what you think of yourself. And also if you're a good person. But thank you guys for watching. I invite you guys to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And if you guys want to contribute to the content on this channel as well, please refer down below to my description box. Bye!
And to all of you watching here, come close to the screen and listen. People don't have to like you. People don't have to love you. They don't even have to respect you. But when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see. You better love what you see. Thank you to the critics.